For over 70 years, the FBI's 10 most wanted fugitives list has been a beacon of hope for victims and their families, a symbol that even the most dangerous criminals can't outrun justice forever. Since its inception in 1949, this list has served as a critical tool for law enforcement, enlisting the public's help in tracking down some of the most elusive and dangerous individuals. These are not just names on a piece of paper, they're accused murderers, rapists, terrorists, and con artists who have shattered lives and left a trail of devastation in their wake. The FBI's list shines a light on their crimes, reminding the world that they are still out there and need to be brought to justice. Every time a face goes up on that list, it sends a powerful message. We will never stop hunting you. We will never forget the victims. And with the public's help, we will find you and make sure you answer for your crimes. Picture this, a Dunkin' Donuts, the smell of coffee and donuts in the air, a place you'd go for a morning pick-me-up, but for one woman it became the scene of a horrific crime. This is where Badrish Kumar allegedly murdered his own wife in cold blood. They were facing visa issues, maybe the pressure was too much, maybe there was something darker lurking beneath the surface. We don't know exactly what set him off, but we do know this. He took a life and destroyed countless others in the process. Now he's on the run, a $250,000 reward hanging over his head. Alejandro Rosales Castillo, just 26 years old when he allegedly took a life over a dispute about money. Think about that. A young man, barely an adult himself, throwing away his future, leaving a trail of grief and despair, all for a fistful of dollars. He shot his co-worker Sandy Lee in cold blood and fled to Mexico. He's been hiding in the shadows ever since, living with the weight of his crime. But the authorities are closing in, and they're offering $4 million for information leading to his capture. Every day, the walls are closing in. Rouja Ignatova, the so-called crypto queen, once promised the world riches beyond their wildest dreams with her cryptocurrency, OneCoin. But it was all a lie, a house of cards built on deception. She swindled billions from unsuspecting investors, preying on their hopes and dreams, leaving them financially ruined. And then, just as the authorities were closing in, she vanished. Poof! Gone without a trace. Some say she's hiding in plain sight, others believe she's living a life of luxury, under an assumed identity. But one thing's for sure, justice is coming for the crypto queen. Chapter 4. Arnaldo Immense, Till Death Do Us Part. A wedding day, a sacred vow, a promise of forever. But for Arnaldo Immense's bride, those vows turned to ashes just hours after they were spoken. He allegedly murdered her in cold blood, turning a day of celebration into a nightmare. Imagine the horror, the unimaginable grief of her family, the shattered dreams of a life cut tragically short. Immense is believed to be hiding in Mexico, with $1 million reward on his head. He may run, but he can't hide from the truth. Chapter 5. Wilver Vaz Palomino, the guerrilla leader. Deep in the jungles of Colombia, a different kind of fugitive operates. Wilver Vaz Palomino, a high-ranking leader in Colombia's National Liberation Army, a dangerous terrorist organization fueled by drug trafficking and violence. He's responsible for smuggling tons of cocaine into the United States, fueling addiction and destroying lives. But his crimes go far beyond drugs. He's accused of ordering murders, kidnappings, and terrorizing entire communities. The United States government has placed a $5 million bounty on his head, a testament to the danger he poses. Chapter 6. Alexis Flores, a child's life stolen. In the year 2000, a young girl was kidnapped and brutally murdered, her innocence stolen, her future erased. The case went cold, leaving a community terrorized and a family shattered, but the authorities never gave up. Years later, DNA evidence pointed them to Alexis Flores, but he had already been deported to Honduras. He remains out there, a fugitive from justice, a chilling reminder that monsters can hide in plain sight. Chapter 7. Omar Alexander Cardenas, murder in broad daylight. The audacity is chilling. Omar Alexander Cardenas allegedly gunned down a man in broad daylight, a brazen act of violence that shocked the community. It's a stark reminder that danger can lurk around any corner, that evil can strike when we least expect it. Cardenas is believed to be hiding in Mexico, seeking refuge in a country notorious for its criminal underworld, but his escape is only temporary. The long arm of the law will find him. Chapter 8. Yulan Adonai Archaga Kayas, the MS-13 Kingpin. Yulan Adonai Archaga Kayas is a name that strikes fear into the hearts of many. As one of the leaders of MS-13, a notoriously brutal gang with tentacles that reach across continents, he's accused of orchestrating a reign of terror. Drug trafficking, extortion, murder. These are just a few of the charges he faces. He's evaded capture before, but this time, the authorities are determined to bring him to justice. Chapter 9. Alejandro Rosales Castillo, the so-called crypto queen. Once promised the world riches beyond their wildest dreams with her cryptocurrency, OneCoin. But the authorities are closing in, and their Chapter 9. Donald Eugene Fields II, the child predator. The crimes of Donald Eugene Fields II are particularly heinous. The alleged trafficking of a child. For years he allegedly preyed on the innocent, stealing their childhoods, leaving them with scars that may never heal. His whereabouts remain unknown, but the authorities are relentless in their pursuit. Every day he's on the run is another day that justice is denied. Chapter 10. Justice will be served. These are just a handful of the dangerous criminals on the FBI's most wanted list. Each one of them has a story, a trail of victims, and a debt to pay to society. They may be on the run, but they are not forgotten. The FBI, along with law enforcement agencies across the globe, are working tirelessly to track them down, to bring them to justice and offer some measure of closure to the families they've torn apart. Outrow, you can make a difference. The fight against crime is a marathon, not a sprint. These fugitives may be hiding in plain sight, living amongst us, believing they've escaped justice, but they are wrong. Every day, law enforcement is closing in, following every lead, pursuing every tip, but they can't do it alone. They need your help. You, the viewers, have the power to make a difference. You may hold the missing piece of the puzzle, the crucial bit of information that could lead to an arrest. If you recognize any of the individuals featured in this video, or if you have any information about their whereabouts, no matter how small or insignificant it may seem, please contact your local FBI office or submit a tip online. Your call could save a life, bring a family closure, and help make the world a safer place.